Good evening. This is Akashvani. I'm Anuja Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches several development projects worth 5,500 crore rupees to provide seamless connectivity in Prayagraj ahead of Mahakumbh. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh says Constitution is not a contribution of any single party, but a transformative document which reflects India's core values. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar calls for scaling up defence and security cooperation with UAE for mutual benefit. New Delhi raises concern with Canada over murder of 3 Indian students, issues advisory to remain vigilant amid growing hate crime. Cold wave conditions likely to continue over northwest and central India in the next 2 to 3 days, says IMD. And third test of Border Gavaskar Trophy between India and Australia to begin tomorrow. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that Mahakumbh 2025 will be such a Mahayagya of unity and equality which will guide the nation and will be discussed all over the world. He was speaking at a public gathering in Sangam area of Prayagraj after formally inaugurating the Mahakumbh 2025, which will officially start from 13th of January next year and will continue till 26th of February. On the occasion, Prime Minister Modi launched development projects worth around 5,500 crore rupees, which includes various rail and road projects to boost infrastructure and provide seamless connectivity in Prayagraj. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Modi said that a new history will be created on the sacred land of Prayagraj during Mahakumbh, which is a rare event symbolizing the power of collectiveness and ending every kind of inequality.
महाकुंभ हजारों वर्ष पहले से चली आ रही हमारे देश की सांस्कृतिक आध्यात्मिक यात्रा का पुण्य और जीवंत प्रतीक है। एक ऐसा आयोजन जहां हर बार धर्म, ज्ञान, भक्ति और कला का दिव्य समागम होता है।
The Prime Minister also inaugurated major temple corridors on the occasion, which include Bharadwaj Ashram Corridor, Shringverpur Dham Corridor, Akshay Vat Corridor, Hanuman Mandir Corridor, among others. He said that his government is working towards enrichment of the culture and heritage. In line with his commitment towards Swachh and Nirmal Ganga, the Prime Minister inaugurated projects of interception, tapping, diversion and treatment of minor drains leading to River Ganga, which will ensure zero discharge of untreated water into the river.
कुंभ जैसे भव्य और दिव्य आयोजन को सफल बनाने में स्वच्छता की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका है। महाकुंभ की तैयारियों के लिए नमामि गंगे कार्यक्रम को तेजी से आगे बढ़ाया गया है। प्रयागराज शहर के सैनिटेशन और वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट पर फोकस किया गया है। लोगों को जागरूक करने के लिए गंगा दूत, गंगा प्रहरी और गंगा मित्रों की नियुक्ति की गई है। इस बार 15,000 से ज्यादा मेरे सफाई कर्मी कुंभ की स्वच्छता को संभालने वाले।
The Lok Sabha today began a special discussion on the glorious journey of 75 years of the Constitution of India. Initiating the discussion, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said Indian Constitution paves the way for nation building by touching all aspects of social, economic, political and cultural life. In a veiled attack on the opposition Congress, Mr. Singh said in the last few years, attempts have been made to project the Constitution as a contribution of a particular party. He said the Constitution is not a contribution of any single party, but an unparalleled transformative document aligned with the values of India.
कांग्रेस के मित्रों ने अनेक मौके पर संविधान और संवैधानिक भावनाओं का निरादर किया है। कांग्रेस पार्टी ने हमेशा संविधान को राजनीतिक हित साधने का एक माध्यम बनाया है और उसकी मूल भावना को तहस-नहस करने का कांग्रेस ने काम किया है। विपक्ष के कई नेता संविधान की प्रति अपनी जेब में रखकर घूमते हैं। उन्होंने पीढ़ियों से अपने परिवार में संविधान को जेब में ही रखे थे, लेकिन अध्यक्ष महोदय, भारतीय जनता पार्टी संविधान को सिर माथे पर लगाती है।
Participating in the discussion, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra of Congress said the Constitution is the safety armour to keep the citizens safe. She alleged that through literal entry and privatization, the government is trying to weaken reservation.
रक्षा कवच तोड़ने का पूरा प्रयास किया है। संविधान में सामाजिक, आर्थिक और राजनीतिक न्याय का वादा है। ये वादा एक सुरक्षा कवच है जिसको तोड़ने का काम शुरू हो चुका है। लैटरल एंट्री और निजीकरण के जरिए ये सरकार आरक्षण को कमजोर करने का काम कर रही है। अगर लोकसभा में ये नतीजे नहीं आए होते तो ये संविधान बदलने का काम भी शुरू कर लेते।
Noting that secularism is a part of the preamble, Kalyan Banerjee of Trinamool Congress alleged that the secular fabric of the country is under threat over the last 10 years. Sachitanantham of CPI-M alleged that the constitution is under threat. K. Subramanyam of CPI, TMC MP Mahua Moitra, BJP MP Jagdambika Pal and other members also participated in the discussion. Later, the House adjourned for the day to meet again tomorrow. Earlier, during the discussion, the lower house faced two brief adjournments following the uproar over the remarks of TMC MP Mahua Moitra in connection with the death of a CBI judge B.H. Loya. The discussion remained inconclusive. The Rajya Sabha was adjourned for the day following the heated exchange of words between Treasury and opposition members on the issue of no confidence motion against the chairman, Jagdeep Dhankar. The motion had been brought by Congress-led opposition. Mr. Dhankar informed the House that it should reflect as to how many notices were received in last 30 years against the chair and also during his tenure. Minister of State for External Affairs Kirti Vardhan Singh has said that the central government has accorded highest priority to getting permanent membership for India in the United Nations Security Council. In a written reply to a question in the Lok Sabha today, Mr. Singh said India remains engaged both at the bilateral and multilateral level for getting permanent membership as it has all the credentials. The minister said India engages actively in the ongoing intergovernmental negotiations on UNSC reforms. The centre today said that it has set the target to eliminate tuberculosis, TB, by 2025, and with the implementation of a national strategic plan, cases of TB have shown a sharp decline. Replying to a question in Lok Sabha, Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare Anupriya Patel said the incidence of TB in India has shown a 17.7% decline from 237 per lakh population in 2015 to 195 per lakh population in 2023. The BJP today approached the Election Commission over the alleged discrepancies in the voter list of Delhi. A party delegation led by Delhi BJP chief Virendra Sachdeva met the commission over the issue and alleged the Aam Aadmi Party government in the city has been sheltering illegal immigrants due to appeasement politics. Mr. Sachdeva accused the Delhi government of trying to intimidate government officials to prevent action against illegal voters.
एक रिप्रेजेंटेशन आज हमने चीफ इलेक्शन कमीशन को दिया है। वोटर आई कार्ड अलग नंबर का है, आदमी एक ही है और ऐसे 5000 पेज हमने आज इलेक्शन कमीशन को दिए हैं। ये दिखाने के लिए कि दिल्ली में मैंडेट को कैसे छीनना चाहती है आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार।
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download the News on AIR app. India has raised concerns with Canadian authorities following the murder of 3 Indian students in Canada last week. Addressing a press briefing in New Delhi, MEA spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said India has taken up the issue with the Canadian authority and India High Commissions are in touch with the local authorities for a thorough investigation. Responding to media query over the issue, he added that India has also issued an advisory for its nationals and students to exercise extreme caution amid growing incidents of hate crimes and violence.
Safety and security and welfare of Indian nationals, in particular students, for us in Canada and elsewhere is a matter of paramount importance. Our High Commission in Ottawa and our consulates are in regular touch with local authorities for their welfare and for their safety. We have also issued advisory for our nationals and our students to exercise extreme caution and remain vigilant in view of the deteriorating security environment in Canada as a result of the growing incidents of hate crimes and criminal violence.
The MEA spokesperson also informed that the President of Sri Lanka, Anura Kumara Dissanayake, is scheduled to visit India on the 15th of this month. Mr. Jaiswal said that this will be Mr. Disanayake's first visit since his election as the President of Sri Lanka. He also said that during his 3-day visit, Mr. Dissanayake will meet President Draupadi Murmu and hold discussions with Prime Minister Narendra Modi on bilateral, regional and international issues of mutual interest. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar emphasized the need to scale up defense and security cooperation with the UAE for mutual benefit. In his opening remarks at the 15th India-UAE Joint Commission meeting with his UAE counterpart Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed bin Al Nahyan in New Delhi today, Dr. Jaishankar said that India and the UAE share a common interest in preserving and promoting the stability, security and prosperity of their regions.
India and UAE have common interest in preserving and promoting the stability, security and prosperity of our regions. Enhancing our defense and security cooperation will contribute to this common goal. Our bilateral military exercises enhance our camaraderie and the synergy between our armed forces. India is committed to scaling up these engagements for mutual benefit.
Dr. Jaishankar also mentioned the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, stating that trade has steadily grown and now stands at $85 billion. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held meetings with ambassadors of several countries in New Delhi today. He met with the ambassador of Japan to India, Ono Keiichi, and discussed special strategic and global partnership between the two nations. Dr. Jaishankar also met with the ambassador of Belarus to India, Mikhail Kasko, to discuss ways to broaden India's bilateral engagement with Belarus. He met with ambassador of Armenia, Vayan Afyan as well, and they discussed deepening the long-standing India-Armenia cooperation. French President Emmanuel Macron today appointed centrist leader François Bayrou as the new Prime Minister of France following a no-confidence vote that ousted the previous government. François Bayrou is the 4th Prime Minister this year. The 73-year-old MoDem leader is tasked with forming a government and bringing stability amid the political turmoil. The previous Prime Minister, Michel Barnier, served only 3 months, becoming the shortest-serving Prime Minister in the French history. The priority for Bayrou, a close Macron ally, will be passing a special law to roll over the 2024 budget, with a battle over the 2025 legislation looming early next year. The High Court today granted an interim bail for 4 weeks to the film actor Allu Arjun over a quash petition filed by the actor in a case relating to stampede which led to the death of a woman and injuring her son. The court also directed the actor for a personal bond of 50,000 rupees. Justice J. Sri Devi pronounced this while hearing the quash petition. The judge also granted 4 weeks interim bail to other accused who were arrested earlier. The India Meteorological Department IMD has forecast cold wave conditions to likely continue over northwest and central India during the next 2 to 3 days and abate thereafter. Talking to media, IMD scientist Dr. Shoma Sen Roy said the sudden dip in temperature was due to the western disturbance.
Sudden dip was just following the western disturbance, and there was a 4 to 5 degree sudden drop. Delhi had recorded cold wave conditions yesterday, and it is likely that temperatures will continue to be like this. Minimum temperatures will be in the range of 8 to 9 degrees Celsius during the next 5 to 7 days.
And in sports, the third cricket test of Border Gavaskar Trophy series between India and Australia will begin at Gabba in Brisbane tomorrow morning. The series is currently tied 1-1. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches several development projects worth 5,500 crore rupees to provide seamless connectivity in Prayagraj ahead of Mahakumbh. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh says Constitution is not a contribution of any single party, but a transformative document which reflects India's core values. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar calls for scaling up defence and security cooperation with UAE for mutual benefit. New Delhi raises concern with Canada over murder of 3 Indian students. Cold wave conditions likely to continue over northwest and central India in the next 2 to 3 days, says IMD. And third test of Border Gavaskar Trophy between India and Australia to begin tomorrow. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.